Hey YouTube, you have Leonard here. Bring guys and gals, Rent a Girlfriend, Kanojo Okarishimasu, chapter 224, we're here. We just finished the live reaction again. Follow me on Twitch, link in the description box down below, where I do all the live reactions for Rent a Girlfriend. So we're about to hop right into this one. So we got chat over here, and yes everyone, I am doing this pretty early, but we just watched the chapter, or I guess read the chapter. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a tale of two chapters in my personal opinion. Early parts of this chapter, I was not happy, I was kind of confused, and I was very worried. I've had the stance for a long time now that Kazuya has to just tell the truth. He's been boxed into a corner at this point in time, and he needs to let his feelings be made known, and he has to tell the truth about the situation. Tell him about the fact that yes, they aren't dating. However, his feelings for Chizuru, that are real. They actually do have something there, and that's what I was hoping for. Beginning this chapter, Kazuya does the opposite of what I kind of expected to some degree. Let me explain. Kazuya decides to speak up. He determines within himself the fact that I'm going to protect Chizuru, and we get a flashback. So I'm going back a little bit into the chapter, but we get a little flashback, and over here, Chizuru actually highlights the fact that Naomi will look at them with contempt if she ever learned the truth that we didn't tell Grandma Sayuri before she passed away, the honest truth. But I like what was said here. She says that she'll look at us with contempt, and Kazuya's just like, that won't happen. I won't let it. I'll protect you. I swear I will. And then Chizuru looks at him with like these passionate eyes. I'm just like, nice flashback. Not a bad flashback. But you see, Kazuya's always kept this in mind. And I was rough on him personally last chapter until he eventually stood up, because I was just like, Kazuya, if you care about Chizuru, you can't let her be berated. You promised to protect her. And now I'm seeing this promise extends all the way back even to like the Sayuri moments. He's just like, I will protect you no matter what. And that's what Kazuya does in this chapter. But he decides it's not going to be a case of telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. What he decides to do is to lie deeper a little bit and highlight the fact that him and Chizuru, they've been dating. They've been dating ever since the death of Sayuri. However, he just didn't have an opportunity to tell everybody. I read this, I'm just like, Kazuya, you're a fool. Why are you digging yourself deeper? Why are you making the lie, which is already big, why are you making it even worse? Like, what are you doing? And it gets to the point where he's rationalizing to himself that if I'm going to be the bad guy, then so be it. Better for me to be the bad guy than to let Chizuru take all the arrows. I need to protect her. I care about her. And he's mixing in some lies in there, but he's also telling the truth as well. Kazuya is right, the fact that he has these feelings towards Chizuru, that Chizuru's done, in his opinion, she's done nothing wrong. Well, actually, that's actually kind of a lie, because Chizuru has done many things wrong in all of this. Don't get me started. They both have. But he's kind of mixing lies and truth here, and I just kind of feel as if I wouldn't have done it. I do hope that in the next chapter things get cleared up, because I don't like the fact that he ends up telling the lie that they were dating after Sayuri died. I personally just feel like if you're in this situation, don't tell any more lies. People are already going to have a hard time believing and trusting in you. Why are you making it worse? Which brings me to this next point where I'm looking at Kibe right now in the chapter. But like, as he's saying all this stuff and I'm like, this is clearly a lie, Kibe likewise is very suspicious. And he's just like, keep spewing your BS like that and it'll all be over. Everything. He's just like, tell the truth. Tell us what's actually happening. But Kazuya can't do it. Because Kazuya is convinced that at the end of the day, he can't allow Chizuru to take the fall. He's going to protect her. Now, what I do like here is the second part of the chapter now. This was the iffy part. Second half of the chapter is beautiful in my opinion. Because when pushed into a corner, Kazuya is letting it all come out. He's highlighting all the things that he likes about Chizuru. The fact that she's an amazing person. He says here, and I quote, this is from the chapter. He says, do you get it? She's way too nice to do that. I can't apologize enough for everything that's happened, but she's always so beautiful. She's so kind. She's so cool. That's who Chizuru Mizuhara is to me, and that is why I love her. So he finally confesses. The moment we've been waiting for, the Kazuya confession scene, what he would deem to be the uncool confession, and I would say that for me, this is the best part of the chapter. I love the fact that Kazuya, when pushed into a corner, he's letting all of his feelings come out. He's highlighting the fact that he views Chizuru as someone who's an amazing person, someone that he cares about. And this is the individual that he has fallen in love with. And everyone's kind of like taken aback because, again, he's kind of lying in the early parts. You can tell that he's lying. Anyone who's listening to him right now can clearly tell that these words from Kazuya are indeed truthful. He's telling the truth right now. And it causes conflict because everyone's just kind of like, wait, like, what does this mean? And they're kind of wavering. They're like, oh, were they actually dating? Because it's hard to tell because he is, again, speaking the truth right now. He does love Chizuru. I find it interesting, though, that throughout this chapter, we don't get anything from Chizuru. We got the flashback. We can kind of assume how we feel or how she feels in the situation. But at the end of the day, she's been silent throughout this entire chapter, taking this all in. So we don't even see her direct reaction to the confession, which Rated G, of course, is done on purpose. And I'm sure we're going to get all of the next chapter once again, I hope. But this was a good moment for Kazuya. I consider this a W for Kazuya. It's, in Kazuya fashion, it's an awkward W. It's was met with, in my opinion, I don't like how he started it, but this is a W for Kazuya. And now, of course, per the usual, oh, sorry, I'm looking at my chat right now that has caught my attention. Imagine confessing to Mizuhara and not Ichinose. I can. Yes, confess to the actual Chizuru, not to the rental girlfriend Mizuhara. But anyway, I digress. That made me laugh. But anyway, everyone, we get to the final part of the chapter. And the final part of the chapter, Mami, per the usual, wrecking stuff. However, I will say this. While Mami's intentions are not good here, this could be a good moment because this is what we call like the put up or shut up moment of this whole entire series. Everyone's wavering. Everyone's just kind of like, well, maybe they were dating. And Mami pulls out her final, I'll call like her final act. And she's just like, if you actually feel this way, then kiss. You guys have been dating for X amount of time. You've been in something, just kiss then. If it's not that big of a deal, since you guys are dating. And I'm just like, man, Mami, your words. There are words that I want to say about Mami that I will not say on stream. But Mami's that person. But nonetheless, as much as I hate this because, again, her tensions are malicious and she goes into like dark-eyed Mami mode, this is the moment where I think Kazuya has done everything that he can do, and now is going to fall onto Chizuru. Now is the moment for Chizuru to actually act and potentially reciprocate her feelings for Kazuya. Now, hear me out on this. There's nothing more that Kazuya can do in this situation. And Kazuya, regardless of what we may think, Kazuya cannot force himself onto Chizuru. That's a mighty no. Damen, no. But at the end of the day, he's put his feelings out there. Chizuru has heard all of this. We haven't seen a response. There are two ways that this can go. A really good way or a really bad way. Or maybe a middle way as well. One instance, the way that I'm hoping is going to go is that Chizuru receives his confession, basically, and she feels the same way. And she clears up this whole misconception that no, we weren't dating before this. Kazuya and I are not dating. But I do love Kazuya, and I have loved Kazuya for quite some time now. And this is how I feel about him. And she receives and she kisses him. That would be perfect. To me, that's like a perfect ending. I'd be like, let's go. I hope that happens. Where this could go really south, however, we could get a situation potentially where Kazuya is just like, okay, I can do it. Like, or maybe he's wavering, but he decides like, I got to do this. And Chizuru runs away. If Chizuru runs away, I promise you guys I'm dropping the manga. I'm not even kidding. Like, if Chizuru runs away again, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to say if that were to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. But I would actually rage and like something would break, and I can't promise I would continue the manga. I'm just throwing that out there. If she runs away, that'd be ultimate bad ending. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be somewhere along the lines of Chizuru having an inner conflict with herself. She's going to have to really think through the fact that Kazuya's confessed and come to terms with her own feelings. Now that, again, it's all out there. So it's put up or shut up for Chizuru at the end of the day. How do you feel about Kazuya? If you don't like him, then you do nothing, and then, everything's falling apart. If you like him, now's your time, Chizuru, to come to grips with that reality that you do in fact like him, and to stop running away. Stop hiding behind like the rental girlfriend stuff. Actually earnestly face Kazuya, and you've known for a while that he likes you, so this shouldn't be a massive surprise. But now it is out there, and you have to also confront these feelings. Will you match Kazuya's intensity to protect you? Kazuya's thrown everything away at this point now in this chapter to be with you. Or to at least, I shouldn't say that, to protect you. Chizuru, what are you going to do now? Will you reciprocate or will you not? That's what's going to come down to. So, everyone, I'm very curious what's going to happen in the next chapter, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Did you like this chapter? How do you feel about the Kazuya lying stuff again? I'm really not a fan of that, but it is what it is. But I love the confession. Absolutely love the confession. The Mami stuff is frustrating, but is great for the story. So let me know how you feel. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you like my content, as always, greatly appreciated. And of course, follow me on Twitch, where again I do all my live reactions. And with that, everyone, on this Monday, I'm Leonard, and I'm out. Take care, everybody. Peace.